Hey guys, it's March 27th. Haven't done this in a while actually. Just totally slipped my mind with everything else going on. And had a supporter, follower, mentioned, hey, I haven't seen you on video in a while. And I was like, holy smokes, you're right. So, yeah, wow, I don't even know where to... So I am in Kingston. Most of you actually are probably aware that I am in Kingston. I arrived in Kingston the first day of spring, and I've basically been staying put ever since. Initially, the plan was not to stop with this virus thing going on, but it seemed like when I got to Kingston, everything just escalated very quickly as far as in the news and whatnot. And it just so happens that I have an aunt that lives in Kingston. Can't remember how long she's been here. She's been a long time in Kingston. But anyways, it just sort of seemed like divine intervention, or however you want to put it, just that I arrived in Kingston on the eve of all of this stuff. My most immediate family, I have my parents and one brother in Prince Edward Island. I have my aunt here in Kingston, and then I have a younger brother northwest of Edmonton, Alberta. And that's kind of the extent of my immediate family that I'm in contact with. I do have other aunts and uncles and cousins scattered in between kind of deal, but as far as who I'm kind of in contact with regular basis, it's Prince Edward Island, Kingston, and northwest of Edmonton. And I just so happened to arrive here on the eve of everything escalating, and so wisdom suggested to stay put and just see what plays out. And you know, I gotta be honest, I mean, I know way more people have it way more rougher than me, that is for sure. I mean, there's not a single person whose life has not been disrupted and not has uncertainty for sure. So yeah, I was just holding the phone because I finally had a chance to do this video, and it's like what do I do? Do I complain? Do I don't know. Every morning I listen to Trudeau at 11 a.m. and you know, it's not getting any better. I'm not a fan of Trudeau, and I know that there's a lot of complaining, but you know what? The one thing I will say, on a positive side, I think Canada has done a pretty darn good job of everything that's going on, and I really can't fault him, Trudeau. Anyways, I don't want to get into politics or whatever, but anyways, I kind of feel like, given everything that's happened, and not being a Trudeau fan, I really can't criticize the job he's doing in the grand scheme of things. There's a whole lot of other countries that are doing a million times worse. Someone's asking about where the beard is. Yeah, it's gone. Kind of a springtime celebration, I guess. Yeah, because actually that's the thing. With all this going on, I didn't really have that chance to celebrate the first day of spring, because technically the first day of spring was kind of the greatest day of my life, because that meant I survived winter on a bike. So actually that's a good way. I'd appreciate asking that question. I can now sort of shift directions. Yeah, so I survived biking through Canada during a Canadian winter. Basically I pedaled 4,900 kilometers from November 12th to March 19th. Of course, I would have liked to have maybe gotten a few more kilometers than 4,900, but I kind of feel like it's that balance between being off the road in winter storms, keeping everyone as updated as I can. As everyone is aware, I do spend a considerable amount of time with documenting, blogging, photos, and whatnot. I probably spend, realistically, when my schedule was more normal with on the road and everything, but I was probably spending about 30 hours a week just documenting. So between documenting, between winter storms, between also, when I would be at hosts I would spend the time with the hosts. You know, I mean, there was a time to work on the documentation, but many days, full days, were spent with a host, just socializing and whatnot. And so, yeah. So, anyways, 4,900 kilometers. I'm a little bit worried. I think at this rate that I might end up doing the rest of Canada during the following winter. I was kind of thinking that maybe this past winter was enough to prove to myself, but yeah, at the rate this is going, I might have to cross the rest of Canada this winter. I mean, yeah, I guess as far as my plans, I'm still basically a wait and see like everyone else. I so badly want to get moving. Initially, probably my biggest concern, my biggest fear was that with provinces closing their borders in their own way and restricting travel between provinces and whatnot, that was probably initially my biggest concern was, you know, if I got 3 or 4 days down the road on my bicycle, which is in a car is nothing, but on a bike is, you know, 3-4 days biking is a ways. What if all of a sudden there were some restrictions and, you know, and I just left a roof over my head? That would be kind of stupid. I would look like a bit of an idiot. And so that is a sort of initially what played into my decision to stay put, was just that, like, just the chance happening of a roof over my head. And so that's sort of why I'm here. On the flip side, it would take many weeks. Well, yeah, many weeks to get through this province, regardless. But yeah, I don't know. It's you know, because in one sense, I am technically homeless and unemployed, which, in comparison to some people, is actually not that bad. I do get that. There's a lot more people that are in a much bigger, you know, bigger headaches and bigger problems than I have to worry about. But anyways, so yeah, I think the other week I posted, I have a new YouTube channel, and yeah, my brother's calling me a bum. My brother, who works 20 hours a day, is pointing out that I'm a bum. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm reminded. Anyways, I was saying, I have a new YouTube channel. I have a new video intro, and actually, yeah, Brandon McCaskill, he has stepped up and he's helping me with my YouTube channel, and he has actually just finished an hour-long video. He's just having some technical difficulties in uploading it, but I actually have, so this is cool news, good news. Mind you, I have not watched it at all. Like, I have not seen the preview. All I did was give him access to my GoPro footage and all my video footage, and he turned all my stuff, my footage, whatever, my video, into a 1-hour video, which I don't know if it will be available today or tomorrow. I think he's just working on some technical issues with just uploading such a huge video to YouTube. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I have my very first, I don't know, I want to say professionally edited, but I mean, he did edit. He put it all together, and I have a 1-hour video that's about to come out any day. And just for the record, I'm assuming, because he did an amazing job. Thank you very much, Brandon. He did an amazing job on the intro. I'm really pleased with the intro. So I assume if he invested half the time into the video itself, I'm hopeful and expecting it to be pretty awesome. So anyways, yeah, so 1-hour video is going to be released very shortly. I think that's it. Oh, the other thing is just on a side note, some of you guys would know that, you know, I'm a bit of an environmentalist. And when I was in Montreal, I actually had an opportunity to meet and do kind of an interview with an organization that I've sort of been following called One Tree Planted. They're just an organization that they basically facilitate tree planting between corporations and nature organizations or conservation organizations around the world. And anyways, it's something I'm interested in and something I'd like to spend more time learning about as I pedal through. Anyways, this was kind of my first opportunity to actually interview someone, an organization. There was actually 3 ladies. But anyways, I just recently released the blog post. I turned that interview into a blog post. So I'm actually kind of excited about doing more of those. So yeah, I think I've sort of been rambling on long enough. I don't really know what's going to happen here. Basically, I'm just sort of waiting, I guess, for, the Premier, Doug Ford, to kind of say that, that kind of, I'm sort of waiting for him to kind of suggest that movement restrictions are going to be loosened and whatnot, and then I'm out of here as quickly as I can be, because I got to figure something out. But anyways, I realize that wisdom suggests I stay put. So at this stage, it's just I'm just playing the wait and see game. The other thing I'll say, the first week it was a bit of frustrating, just the uncertainty. I have actually, believe it or not, even though I'm a little bit in the dumps today, I didn't sleep very well last night, so that's my excuse. But I am a bit motivated. There is a bunch of stuff that I want to do. I want to start creating more content, whatnot. So maybe just 2 things. One is I would love the opportunity to interview some more environmental groups or organizations. If anyone who's happened to be listening or watching can put me in contact with anything like that, then that would be awesome. David White, more poetry, please. I haven't. Yeah, you know what the thing is though is it's funny because it's like recently I've been writing. Well, not recently. Like last little while, people have been kind of taking interest in my poetry. But the thing is I'm kind of happy I haven't been writing any poetry, just simply because usually that comes out of an emotionally sad place, and so kind of hoping, so there's a sense where it's like I like when I write a poem because then I have something to publish, but at the same time it's like I'd rather not be in that place where I feel I have to write a poem because of what's going on in my head kind of deal. So there's an aspect where I'm thankful for not writing the poetry, but I think maybe what I'll do is I'll start reposting some of the older stuff that maybe people didn't watch or whatever. Nick's asking me where I am right now. I'm in Kingston, Ontario. I'm with my aunt. I just so happen to have an aunt in Kingston, literally on the eve of all this kind of just the escalation of this whole virus thing. So I did get very, very lucky with that in one sense. People are making reference to the fact I shaved. Yes, I was kind of a springtime celebration that I shaved. It wasn't going to last forever, guys. It wasn't. And for all intent and purposes, I don't think I'll be doing facial hair again. Hopefully I didn't upset too many people with that. But anyways, so yeah. Oh, and the other thing is when the ride continues, I mean, obviously there was a, with the way this ride evolved, with just the interactions with people, it was just unbelievably phenomenal. It was just, I never expected it. I don't know if other people expected it. It just evolved into something pretty amazing, pretty special, pretty, And I would really love that to continue. And that's the other thing is with this social distancing, now they call it physical distancing, as of today. You know, as much as I want to ride alone and just get away from it all, I really do want to continue with the interactions with the people that I meet along the way, because that was pretty amazing, you know, the way Atlantic Canada went, with just yeah. And so I would, you know, when this ride is you know, finally continues, like, it's definitely not canceled, that's for sure. I mean, this virus thing can't last forever, and you know, the day will come that, you know, we get the go ahead to keep moving or start moving again, and then I will be on the bike instantly for that. But I would love to continue the local interactions. Many of you are probably aware, on my homepage of the website, I have added profiles to all the different interactions I've had with people, and I definitely want to see that growing. So maybe just as I sign off, just as, you know, just putting it out there, asking. Yes, good old Maritimers for sure. Maritimes was just, man, I could go on and on and on. But anyways, I would like to see that magic. I called it the magic when I was going through the Maritimes. I would love to see that magic go on, and maybe even with this whole virus thing going on, with just the way everything has changed and the way things are going to change. You know, I would love that when this ride starts up again, that those interactions could really reach a lot of people, because it obviously did when I, you know, through the winter. And so if you know, if you guys could start sharing my content, maybe, and just the bike ride information, and maybe trying to get a lot of your Facebook friends to follow. That way, if and when I'm going through their city or town, I would love to take that chance and opportunity to meet them. So yeah, if you guys could maybe just sort of start sharing some of that stuff to your Facebook friends, and just to help build my following. That story of, you know, the interactions, the story of the magic, you know, there's no reason that can't continue across Canada when the time comes. So yeah, if you guys could start sharing my content, and, you know, help me build my following, you know, that would be you know, that would be amazing, and I'd be forever thankful for that. But anyways, yeah, I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for watching, and as I promise all the time, I'll try to be a little bit more current with this stuff. And yeah, anyways, so where are you now? I'm in Kingston, Ontario. But anyways, I've been rambling long enough. So thanks, guys. You know, be safe. Talk soon. Bye.